Then technical paper number 12, safety and energy conservation a tool to care people and plant and Ajmer. People are there? Yeah, please come.
Good afternoon, everyone. So, welcome everyone at the post session. I am representing Tata Power Ajmer Distribution Limited. My name is Nikhil Pujari. In my team, we are three of us. As and when this slide comes, the team will join me. So, let me take you through the overall Tata Power and how Tata Power and Ajmer is distribution is correlated to. So, this is Tata Power's overall presence, the global presence of Tata Power across India as well as across the globe. So we are present in the thermal, hydro, wind, solar, transmission and distribution. Our capabilities, we have more than 12 million customers. Then in the distribution, then we have contributed 32% of our profile is into clean energy. Then we are present in the power distribution or the power sector for more than 100 years, and we have an overall generation capacity of 13,068 megawatt. This is our mission, vision and mission. So as in the morning session we all know that safety is about care. So this is one of the vision as well as the mission of the company, to care for people, to the society, and deliver to the society, give it back to the society. The values which we follow at Tata Power is scale, that is safety, care, agility, learning and ethics. So care is one of the core principles, as well as the safety is at the topmost priority. At TPADL at a glance, so TPADL is basically a distribution franchisee, the first distribution franchisee of Tata Power, which was taken over in the year 2017, and the area is comprised of around 200 square kilometers with a customer base of around 1.57 consumers, lakhs consumers, and there were different challenges which I would like to take you through. So the basic challenge here in Ajmer was the complete network is of overhead network. The LT and the HT, hardly 20% or 15% of the network is of underground. Then since this was a takeover from a government utility, that is AVVNL, that is Ajmer Vidyut Nigam Limited, the network or the assets which we got were not up to the mark or not well maintained. Then the culture, the safety culture of the overall AVVNL, or we can say the people over there, was of poor or a very low grade. So Tata Power had a challenge to inculcate or prepare a mindset for safety first, then implementing the innovations. Then the digitalization part, there was zero digitalization for the customers to pay the bill or to convey the complaints. So when Tata Power took over, we have now come up with 65% of the digitalization. Then the theft, that is the AT&C loss, was around 22% in the year 2017. Now we have brought it down to 9.51% in the last financial year. The automation of SCADA we are able to achieve at 92% as per the last financial year. So the overall picture over here is that all the innovations or the initiatives which we take should be of low cost solution and should be very easily implemented, because the manpower here we are using it only 65 people of Tata Power are working over there. Others are from the AVVNL and the contract workforce. So everything we will be taking you through will have the low cost solution method. This is the typical business model which we are following at Tata Power Ajmer. The net metering is the point at which we take the power supply, and these are the end consumers. This presentation will be from people, planet and profit as per our theme. These are the team members, Mr. Abhishek Sharma, Vikas Vardar and myself, Nikhil Pujari. The initiatives which we have considered for this theme is thermoscanning, then leakage current drive at Ajmer, then covering of open LP fuse system, FRP covering sheets for DTs, non-contact AC voltage detectors, Then the ODN app, which we have developed in-house and we have established it. Then digital way of bill copy. So these are the 7 initiatives which we will go through. Next, I will hand it over to Mr. Vikas for the further slides.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you, Nikhil. This is the roadmap, and we'll go for the slides. First one is thermoscanning our process. As the heading suggests, detection of hotspot and prevention. This was the major challenge in Ajmer. Major failure of equipments and asset damage was there. Earlier there was no practice of capturing hotspot and the rectification of them. So in Tata Power we started, after took over, we started thermoscanning through thermal camera, and till date we have done more than find out 1000 plus hotspots by 22, and all of them are rectified. This is a regular process to capturing thermoscanning images, identify the hotspots in every location and every division, and regularly basis we are generating notification in SAP also, and maintaining the compliance report also. So this one is our first initiative we taken in the DPDA. You can see the various images are there in the grid service stations and lines where hotspots found, when we rectified also. These are the safety concerns also. If our chances of asset get damaged, energy losses is also there if hotspot is generated on the loose points. So we reduce the energy wastage also. Here are some photographs. Second one is our leakage current drive. So leakage current and electrocution through electrical asset network is a very concern in the distribution industry. Safety hazards is also very there. This leakage current drive is started. What we did earlier, there was no such practice to find out the identification of leakage current or electrocution. The chances of electrocution is there. Past some electrocution already happened in Ajmer. So what we did, we start centralized operating through PSC. We start the leakage current drive in overall assets, including transformers, feeder plus, service plus, poles, and etc. So in the evening, the zonal safety officer get one unique number of leakage current drive and continue this drive in the particular division. If any leakage current is found, the complete mapping and complete capturing of this location is done, centralized monitoring. Also, we have the in-house safety app where automatic report generation, dashboard, and auto mail system is there. So we capture safety observation also. Whatever the leakage points we found, leakage drive, and we rectified also through maintenance team. So along with the leakage current drive, we also capture where the doors are missing also, some oil leakage conditions in their distributed transformers. So we capture all these things data also. You can see that this one is the leakage current drive capturing report. We have also won the second prize in best practice in safety compliant T&D. This one is lineman house testing. So till date, we almost cover 20 lakhs points. We have checked almost 20 lakhs points in last 3-4 years, and approx 5,000 drives have been conducted. Out of them, 24 leakage points have been found. We have already rectified. So we can say that we have we saved 24 lives. This is the major challenges. Electrocution happen to animal or people, those in coming contact with the electrical asset, and leakage is there. So 24 points we have successfully removed and rectified. Out of 20 lakhs points we have checked in last 3-4 years. Another initiative was the covering of open LDU system. This one of the interesting things because the design of open that feeder plus system developed by in-house team TPDA, and we go to the OEM, then ask to manufacture as per our design, because traditional design is very large size, heavy, and not easy to install. So we developed our own design. This is the design details, and this is the hanging type feeder plus where what we found, more than approx 800 cases were there where LT fuse system were totally was open. As Nikhil said, distribution was open and overhead. So LT system was open and very easy accessible to the people or stray animals or street dogs. Easily electrocution point was there. Also there was a challenge with the linemen to work on this open fuse system. So we developed a design, we go to the OEM, implemented this, and some of the benefits are there. This is very light and compact, easy to install. It is a hanging type feeder pillar. So we installed between the pole above the grounds. So we removed all such type of issue. And in the further slide, we see what are the benefits, major benefits. It's a compact design, lightweight, less system strength, absolutely. We have already covered all this. So this is, we can see this types of open system was there. Very dangerous to the public, animals as well as our linemen also. So we this type of design we implemented in TPADA, hanging type feeder pillars, a very compact solution, lightweight and easy to install. This was the situation earlier. Water logging problem was there. So this is a traditional type service pillar which we used to install on the ground. This was the earlier situation. This was situation. Now you can see we have done this type of innovation. Remove the traditional feeder pillars to this compact design, lightweight. This design completed by, and because of this, because we removed the overhead open LT fuse system, we have reduced our low current complaints, providing quality of supply to our consumers. Also, we have reduced the 11 kV feeder trippings. The ST fuse and LT fuse blown cases also reduced, so our safety and sanity has been improved. Along with that, the safety of people, public and our linemen, we have also saved crores of rupees. The installation cost of traditional feeder pillars was 37,000, and this our compact design. This was only 18,000 rupees. And this design was so compact that it is done by our AMC team. So we did not allot any contract to installation this. The overall installation in 787 was there. So we approx saved 1.7 crore. Because in TPDL is a distribution franchisee, and there the saving of capex shopping is a very big issue. Cost saving is our first priority. So low cost solution and easy to implement that solution we adopted. So 1.7 crore we have already saved. Next one is covering of FRP sheet for DT. This was another initiative taken by TPDL. This is one itself kind of solution where we have not invested any single penny. We coordinated with few vendors. They are building their FRP sheets like DT sheets for cover the DT distribution transformers and our electrical asset. And all the overall cost is borne by our vendor, and TPDL is not spending any money. What are the benefits of this? This is the air ventilation system is there. Actually, our vendor will put the hoardings of advertisement. They will earn from that, and then also provide 10,000 per installation to TPDL also. So in initial phase, we have selected 50 locations where this FRP sheet can be installed. Or it also give. We are also putting the deflecting tapes to give the direction to the vehicles. These are all tested FRP material, fire retardant. Our traditional cost to install like feeder pillars was 1 lakh. So this so much cost we cannot bear in TPDL Ajmer. So approx 1 crore we are going to save. Like we have saved already 50 lakhs by installing on 50 locations, and this vendor also providing 10,000 per location for next 10 years. So we are going to save 1 crore rupees. Along with that, aesthetic look is there. Direction also giving this in the night to the vehicles. Public safety is similar there. No entrance of stray animals, street dogs or any public entrance is there. So along with the protection, aesthetic look is also giving, or even we are not spending any penny. So this initiative was taken by TPDL. Another one is non-contact voltage detector, and I would like to Abhishek, you can please continue. this is a small video. Can we play? I will not. Okay, we have already discussed this neon tester. We, as there is a range, all the range are there of the neon tester we are using, and one thing we introduce in this, that we prepare a checklist, which we introduce both on the PSC side, that power control system side, and field end. So what we have, if both the department is filling the checklist, we make this compulsory. If they are filling that, so then only the PTW is given. So this is the initiative which we are taking. The next is ODNet. So as sir say, we have lots of challenges in because we have no capex, opex. So this app we prepare in house only. The main features of this app, that around 1.5 lakh consumer we map in this app, and around all the assets we are mapping in this app. All the details and all the consumer details as well as asset details we are mapping in this app. By using this, we directly go to that site, and it will reduce the cycle time. So even the consumer details are there, though we are using here the Google Map. So the travel condition is there, the Google Map route the best possible way for reaching the site, and with the traffic condition also. And then we cover all the department in this app, like enforcement is there, SVR report is there, the black book digitalization is there. The black book is that maintenance checklist. We have covered the maintenance checklist is there for equipment monitoring. So by this app we are monitoring all the equipment, and we can check the condition and where the maintenance is done and what are the next timings of maintenance. And the automatic reporting facility is there. So in automatic reporting we reduce the paper. We just put the schedule. So for every department, the automatic mail is generated, and thus we reduce the loss of paper cost. And this meter activity we are also covering in this. So these are the benefit that this app is very simple. While we are using the Google Map only, so our lineman and our helper which are ITI and that can also use this app, because it is very simple app, and it is very low cost solution. So the total cost of preparing this app is 36,000. If we are going for some vendor and prepare, the average cost is around 5 to 10 lakhs, but we are preparing just 36,000, and we are preparing by our own. So the cycle time we also reduce in this for preparing this app. So I just consider one thing, that by launching this app, only the cycle time we reduce. If we reduce the cycle time, SADI can reduce it, NCC complaint can reduce it, new connection complaint, meter replacement, all the activities are reduced. So we save lot of cost as well as paper cost also. As the direction is also going to, we can save the carbon footprint by petrol consumption also. How the petrol, because the Google Map, as you know, they show the best way traffic conditions are there, so person can reach sites. We have done the many seminars and many things in this app, and we also won the ICQC award and Kaizen award by launching this app. And the Odin app is for our employees, and the soft copy bill is for the customer, which we are surveying. So the main problem of the main problem which we are facing, that around 10 to 15% of customer come to us for duplicate billing. So every time they are coming for duplicate bills. So what we have done, we have prepare a soft copy for duplicate bill and directly send them. So by this, the customer reach to our office is very reduces, plus we reduce the paper cost also. So by all these initiatives, we have saved, we created people,
we create a planet and we can save energy also. Thank you.
Questions? Yes, sir. Okay, questions.
Anyway, other than asking question, are there any initiatives to increase the revenue?
So these all are initiatives for increasing that.
Have you looked at concentration of billing from where it comes area wise?
Sir, yes, sir. Can I take example from this app only? In Odin app, whenever enforcement vigilance case is booked, we capture all the location and photographs in this app only. So next time, whenever consumer is applied or misguide us and applies on the same location, so we easily identified where was the last case vigilance theft case was booked, location identified, and we recover it. So more than 1 crore, I
I
think.
just like to share with you another experience. There is a Indian utility called Noida Electricity Board, which is almost of similar size as what you have. They have used online electrical simulation, and by that they could locate that these areas they give them maximum revenue. If switching doesn't allow that area to get power from 4 different locations, they raised internal budgets for to allocate additional switching, so that if anything happens, they can supply that area from somewhere else. And the revenue model actually worked in such a way that revenue was equal, because they could keep supplying power to that area continuously. And on demand side also, for utility there are two sides. No? I mean, if there is a fault, your revenue also goes down and you pay more on your demand side, because demand side is fixed. Some fixed charges you have to always pay. So they could prove that they recovered all the cost in this switching and all only by reduction in demand cost. So this is
So
another
switching,
area.
like we are not getting like what kind of
See,
switching?
suppose area A gives you 10% revenue.
Okay.
Presently it is getting power only from say 2 feeders. And there is a possibility because of your geographic situation that those feeders can fail. Now, may not be frequently,
But we have some interconnected system with 11 kV feeders. We have a RMU system, ring main system already developed.
but in that there is still optimization possible.
Yes, we have done for important location like hospitals and our top consumers. We have given source of multiple feeders. Like Dargah is there. Ajmer Dargah is very famous. We have given 3 feeder supplies. So almost, I think the supply never goes off. Yeah. So these kind of activities we have already done.
Where FRP covering is only for DPs, right? Not for.
Only for yes, DPs. On the road, where the distribution transformers.
There actually, technically, even in Maharashtra, we have started seeing GI sheet covering for transformers. Now, don't you violate the cooling arrangements as
And the ventilation facilities are already there because gaps are there. So we have considered that proper ventilation is there.
But these are all transformers supposed to work on open air, in open air.
From top side it is open, sir. From sides it is ventilation system, top side is open.
So basically there are two intentions behind this. One is the commercial aspect and one is the technical aspect. The technical is that there are many stray animals like cows, buffaloes on the street roaming around. So most of the time these try to get into the conductor, or as we showed, the open fuse system. So there is a chances of electrocution, and this open fuse system is at such a height that a small child can also touch that.
So this
at
is
around 4 feet height. So we also try to close it, plus to save the animals also we are trying to close it.
Typical
enclose
closer
it.
I understand, but
Yes.
transformer will never be at such a low
No,
height.
transformer is at the height, but this on the commercial aspect we have done a contract with the agency, advertising agency.
Sir, transformer is at
they
4
will
to 5
put their holdings on that particular enclosures, so that their revenue also gets increased, and after a period of 5 years they will share the revenue with us for
But what electrical benefit we get by covering DTs?
so just the protection part.
Only the
So but
Protection
the
protection.
our
Yes.
tripping has also reduced because all the network is on the roadside. So people used to throw bottles and other like clothes and all these things. This has happened very common because all the network is outside. 11 kV network, 33 network Even the imaging cables, RMU, our distribution transformer feeders, all the along the roadsides.
Are you getting because of overheating we are experiencing, blasting of transformers because of oil?
I think overheating will not be in this case. Transformer is open from every side.
And
We are maintaining it, getting from 1.2 meters.
Fins, your manufacturer actually assumes some airflow over the fins.
Right, sir. So now we
I
have
don't know, we are
50
seeing it in
yeah.
Maharashtra also. Just because you are from distribution side, I was curious to know what is the logic behind covering the distribution.
So
also.
company actually that Nikhil said it is mandatory because to reduce the electrocution cases, to reduce the electricity, that is the also we need not to spend any money in this case. Otherwise,
DP is okay. DP I fully understand. That you have to cover. Even if you do it IP65, I am okay for it. But covering the working transformer,
No, this is some
revenue side, it's okay. I mean, you are getting advertising facility, so.
So that may be the main reason. So revenue may be
But sir,
the,
in Maharashtra they are not even doing that. Faltu GI sheet is, covering all the transformers and blocking
okay.
air.
Yes, sir, we are not covering the GIS. Only distribution transformer, those are installed on the roadside. Only those we are.
because otherwise you will not get revenue. That is the main reason. Right?
Yeah, right.
So I have one.
Are you getting any price advantage by
No, sir.
using FRP?
In this
Why you
case, we are
select- why you selecting FRP?
so it is a fire retardant and
That GI sheet also can do it. I mean,
But sir,
for that particular
it is a very light and compact weight, sir. For that one installation is also required. GI sheet is heavy. Or according that that vendor need to spend more money. So in this case, we are not spending any money. Everything is that expense done by the vendor.
And from the transformer heating point of view, as you said, you must be keeping that boundary of that, there
Yes,
is
sir.
a gap, no?
Yes, gap is more than approx 2 meters.
Okay.
From the
That is-
2 meters, the gap is already maintained.
That is okay. You said something on duplicate billing. How do you sign the duplicate billing? Software.
No, we are not signing, sir.
Sir,
But without signing billing, how can
it
you?
is already mentioned as duplicate bill, so we are not signing.
So no signature is required.
But we mentioned that is a duplicate bill only.
No, but even if it is duplicate bill, unsigned bill is okay. No, unsigned duplicate bill is okay, accept it. I don't know.
Digital, I think.
You can try for a digital signing.
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
Everywhere digital signing is there.
Right, sir. Thank you very much. Any other question, please? No question? I have one small observation.
Yes.
Because you are using the word electrocution in random.
Sorry?
Electrocution word you are using in random. And my advice to all safety personnel, because when many places I have seen, when I have gone for safety audit, safety auditor has safety manager or safety in charge has made a report. The person was electrocuted, given first aid, and he went back home. Right? It is a very common observation we get in safety audit. Right?
Yes.
In safety report when you go through safety audit. Electrocution means death. Fatal.
Yes, sir.
So in random, you should not use the word electrocution. Electrocution is a very extreme thing.
So what is the word to be used?
Electrical shock.
Electrical shock.
But we have like fatal accident regarding like
Okay,
yesterday
you
onwards we have faced.
You may have fatal accident, but electrocution word should not be used in random because electrocution means death, and we have many safety officers here. Because when we go for safety audit, when you go through the safety report, many a times we find this word. That person was electrocuted, given first aid, and went back home.
Electrocuted means finished.
Electrocuted means
Finished.
finished. So that type of word you have to use very carefully. So that is my observation.
Yes, sir.
So I thought that I should educate you. I do not know
To
whether I
be
have
used
to
when
repeat or not.
required, otherwise no.
Thank you.
Just like hang to death.
Yes,
Right.
execution.
Thank you.
Execution to death. So,
Right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
As I am a trainer, I could not stop explaining the things. Right. That word electrocution. I think you will remember this. Should not use in random. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.